Welcome back. Right now you're taking a live look at Cal Expo this morning. Things are a bit cloudy out there, smoky from those wildfires. We're going to check in on your forecast in just a few minutes. But first, Attorney General William Barr says Operation Legend has already seen success in fighting violent crime plaguing major cities across the country. The operation kicked off July 8th with the deployment of federal agents to work alongside state and local law enforcement to stop violent crime. Now, this initiative was named in honor of 4-year-old Legend Telefero, who was shot and killed while he was sleeping in his room in Kansas City back in June.
For us, Legend is a symbol of the many hundreds of innocent lives that have been taken in the recent upsurge of crime in many of our urban areas. His life mattered, and the lives of all of those victims matter.
Operation Legend has placed federal agents in cities like Chicago, Albuquerque, Cleveland, Detroit, and Milwaukee. After weeks of protests across the country and gridlock in Congress, the U.S. Conference of Mayors is trying to bring the issue of police brutality back into the spotlight. The group outlined its vision during this week's Democratic National Convention. The group's president, Louisville Mayor Greg Fisher, said addressing racial disparities is at the top of his list.
Black and brown Americans are more likely to get sick and die of COVID-19, lose their jobs or their businesses to the economic downturn, or die at the hands of law enforcement.
The group's police reform plan includes uniform policies for use of force, accountability for officers, and sharing data. It does not include attempts to defund the police. The Conference of Mayors plans to present their ideas to the Republican National Convention next week. Richard.
4:45 right now. Joe Biden, now officially the Democratic nominee, positioned to challenge President Trump in the White House, but he's not in it alone. Senator Kamala Harris accepted the nomination for vice president, making history as the first woman of color on a major party ticket. Yesterday, she made her case for Democratic nominee Joe Biden and shared a message of unity.
I accept your nomination for vice president of the United States of America. We believe that our country, all of us, will stand together for a better future.
Barack Obama, the first black president, embraced the night's theme, a more perfect union, arguing the very democracy of this country is on the line.
Tonight, I'm asking you to believe in Joe and Kamala's ability to lead this country out of these dark times and build it back better.
Kamala Harris is not the first woman to run for vice president. Previous candidates include Geraldine Ferraro in 1984, Sarah Palin in 2008, and Hillary Clinton became the first Democratic presidential nominee in 2016. First Lady Melania Trump will give her Republican National Convention speech from the White House's newly renovated Rose Garden. Her chief of staff says the speech will take place on the second night of the convention. Tuesday night will be live. The Rose Garden has undergone 3 weeks of extensive redesign and scheduled to be officially unveiled Saturday. President Trump is telling his supporters not to purchase Goodyear tires and is threatening to remove them from his presidential limousine. This comes after an employee posted a photo of the company rule that bans Make America Great hats and anything else that has a political theme to it.
All right, at 4:47, with so many schools choosing hybrid learning or going completely virtual due to the pandemic, back-to-school shopping is taking a little different look this year. Retail analysis, they say that you'll still need Post-its, pens, and pencils, but now things like hand sanitizers, printers, Wi-Fi extenders, flash drives, and noise-canceling headphones seem to be at the top of the list.
I'm not buying a bunch of books, bunch of stuff like I would normally buy, not even a book bag.
Parents are going to be buying a lot of living, working, and educating at home.
Home classroom furniture like desks and chairs are also a big hit this year. You can expect back-to-school fashion to be a bit more casual in the fall. You know, Richard, I have a friend who works for an office supply company. Yeah. And that was one thing he was saying. He said, we have to switch up the way we were doing business. Now we're selling more hand sanitizer. We're selling those things that they're mentioning. Very different from years past.
Big time pivot from last year. All right, 4:48 right now. Let's take a look at traffic outdoors. I want to show you this because yesterday this was quite the sight. Today things have calmed down a little bit more, but still very smoky. This is 80 at Manuel Campos out in Vacaville. Now, this part of the freeway basically had to be shut down yesterday because the fire was so intense. Now things are moving smoothly, especially the westbound lanes as they go into the Bay Area for super commuters. I want to take a look around Sacramento. The only thing I've noticed is on surface streets in the Carmichael area right south of Madison Avenue. It's not popping up there, but a car went into a pool there. They're trying to get that. Again, surface streets, not causing any backups on any of the majors. So around our area, it's green. For you super commuters headed to the Bay Area, things are smooth. No incidents all the way down to the Bay Bridge. The only problem we're noticing, as per usual, normally 205 starts to heat up right about now as the super commuters race over the Altamont Pass there. There's a surface street accident in Stockton out there, but it's not affecting 99, just off of the off-ramp there on 99. And Modesto looking pretty good too. As far as your commute times, the only thing that's a little bit slow this morning, and just a little bit. Tracy to Dublin, 34 minutes. All right, let's check in with Adam.
Thank you very much, Richard. So your forecast today also including smoke, and we're going to keep a close eye on the air quality this afternoon. Let's start off with satellite and radar imagery, and it's a wide view of the west coast. It goes all the way down into Mexico because we have some significant weather there. Right off the Baja Peninsula here, that's a Category 4 Hurricane Genevieve, and it looks like it's been stalling out recently, but the path is going to take it right up that peninsula to Southern California, and then it drifts away. But it does get weaker as it moves north. By the time it gets here Saturday, Sunday, we can get some of that moisture. Maybe we feel some tropical moisture again in the form of some humidity and Sierra thunderstorms. Now we're cutting through the visible satellite and we're going into the infrared. So we're looking at temperatures here because visible satellite pretty much useless before sunrise. You can't see anything. It's just like taking a regular picture. And this little spot of gray right there in Napa County, that's the Hennessy fire, part of a complex fire that's burned so many thousands of acres already and also lowered our air quality with smoke. So if you're seeing that ash still drift from the sky, that's a sign that air quality is bad. And we do have unhealthy for sensitive groups through most of the Central Valley today, but you go to the west or to the Delta region, even Yolo County, and it gets much worse, specifically downwind of that Hennessy fire. That's Vacaville, that's Fairfield, where it's very unhealthy, and there are some evacuations already there, so people even not allowed in that region. And if you are, you'll wear a mask. Try to not be outside for too long. So the wind's pretty calm, even in Fairfield, Solano County. Now we're not getting that station showing up. It's probably been impacted by the fire, and it's hazy in Sacramento at 68 degrees. Once the sun comes up, we'll have a better idea of exactly how the sky looks, but you can be pretty confident that it's not going to be clear blue, nice and bright and pretty. It's going to have that ominous hazy look to it. So hot and smoky today, low air quality, mostly clear with widespread smoke remaining tonight, and smoke is quite likely in the air for tomorrow. So I'm going to keep an eye on the AQI, and temperatures should be in the upper 90s near 100. So today, technically our heat wave could end, but is it cool outside? No. Temperatures still near 100 right through the weekend and into the start of next week, but we do drop down into the mid-90s, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So there's a slight cool down there. Pedro, back to you.
All right, thank you. High school athletes will have to wait a few months longer to get back into action. The local senior who's trying to balance 3 sports this winter.